A legend of global music has fallen silent, and for many fans around the world, it feels like the end of an era. Jimmy Cliff, the Jamaican reggae pioneer, singer, actor, and cultural icon who helped carry reggae from the streets of Jamaica to audiences across the globe, has passed away at the age of 81. His loss is being felt not only in the music world, but also in film, culture, and among generations who grew up with his songs as the soundtrack to their lives. In an emotional announcement on social media, his wife, Latifah Chambers, shared that Jimmy Cliff died after suffering a seizure that was followed by pneumonia. She expressed deep gratitude to the family members, friends, fellow artists, and colleagues who walked beside him throughout his long and influential career, emphasizing how much their support meant over the years. She also spoke directly to his fans worldwide, noting that their love and loyalty were a crucial source of strength and motivation for him every step of the way. Her tribute, also signed by their children, Lilty and Aiken, was both intimate and heartfelt, reflecting the personal side of a man many people knew only as a legend on stage and screen. In her message, she lovingly addressed him as Jimmy and wished him peace as he crossed over, promising to honor and follow his wishes even after his passing. It was a reminder that behind the awards, hit songs, and iconic performances was a husband and father whose family is now mourning a very personal loss. Jimmy Cliff's music touched millions, in part because it combined catchy melodies with messages of hope, resilience, and optimism. Songs like "You Can Get It If You Really Want" became anthems of determination, encouraging listeners to keep pushing forward despite obstacles. "I Can See Clearly Now" resonated across cultures as a celebration of clarity after hardship, while "Wonderful World, Beautiful People" reflected his belief in unity and a positive vision for humanity. These tracks did more than top charts. They became part of everyday life at celebrations, in films, and on radio stations from Kingston to London to New York. His upbeat musical spirit, warm voice, and distinctive style helped him build a loyal fan base that remained with him for decades. Listeners often describe his songs as both comforting and energizing, offering encouragement during difficult times and joy during good ones. In an age where musical trends change quickly, Cliff's work stood the test of time, showing how powerful, sincere, soul-filled songwriting can be. But here's where it gets especially powerful. Jimmy Cliff was not only a musical force, he was also a groundbreaking actor. In 1972, he took on the lead role in the crime drama The Harder They Come, a film that has since become a cornerstone of Jamaican cinema. His portrayal of a young man navigating poverty, ambition, and moral compromise struck a chord with audiences and critics alike, helping the world see Jamaican life and culture with fresh eyes. The film's influence went far beyond the screen. It helped introduce reggae and Jamaican storytelling to a broader international audience at a time when many people outside the Caribbean knew little about the island beyond stereotypes. The movie's soundtrack, heavily featuring Cliff's music, became legendary in its own right, proving that a single project can reshape both a national film industry and a global music scene. Over the course of his career, Jimmy Cliff achieved recognition that only a few artists in Jamaican history have received. He's among the very small group of musicians, alongside figures such as Bob Marley, who have been awarded the Jamaican Order of Merit, one of the country's highest honors. This distinction is reserved for individuals whose contributions to arts, science, or culture are considered truly exceptional, reflecting just how deeply Cliff shaped Jamaica's image and influence in the world. Some fans even argue that Jimmy Cliff's role in taking reggae to global audiences is undervalued compared with other big names, and this is where it gets a bit controversial. Should he be mentioned more often in the same breath as Bob Marley when people talk about the architects of reggae's worldwide success? Others say his work in film and his crossover hits already place him firmly in that top tier of cultural pioneers. For now, tributes and reflections on his legacy are still emerging, and many stories about his life, his collaborations, and his impact will continue to surface in the days and weeks ahead. What is clear is that his voice, his performances, and his presence have left a lasting mark on music and culture that will continue to inspire future artists and fans. And this is the part most people miss. Jimmy Cliff was not just a star. He was a bridge between Jamaica and the world, between struggle and hope, between grief and celebration. His passing raises a powerful question for all of us who loved his work. Do you feel his influence has been fully recognized, or do you think history has yet to give Jimmy Cliff the complete credit he deserves? Share your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree, or see his legacy in a different light?